If you expect numbers in Portuguese to be different from numbers in most other languages, I'm sorry to disappoint you. The only original thing about Portuguese numbers is the way we always put smiley faces on zero. I could tell you if this is true or not, but it's much more entertaining to let you discover for yourself. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Numbers from 1 to 10 are what they are. Just memorize them and impress your friends with your exotic counting abilities. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Likewise with numbers from 11 to 19. From 20 on, you start to see something resembling a pattern. Not so much to memorize from here on. Instead, just apply the rule. 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. Got it? E 1, E 2, E 3 means and 1, and 2, and 3. You do the same with other multiples of 10, like 30, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39. And 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49. Here's a complete list of the multiples of 10 in all their glory. 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. After 100, things get weird. You keep adding E1, E2, E3, but not to 100. Instead, you use the word cento. Include all the E already present in each number. You say 99 and 199 with both E. This rule applies to even bigger numbers, with one exception we'll mention further ahead. 101, 102, 103, 104, 115, 139, 172. The word cento means 100. You can use it to quantify something, although it sounds old-fashioned, but not when counting. Cento de rosas, 100 roses. O número 120, the number 120. Take a look at the multiples of 100. 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, 800, 900. Except for 100, all of these evolved from the word cento. If you don't mind sounding odd, you could say 200 instead of 200 to mean 200 of something, but not when counting. 400, 600, 700, 800 and 900 are exactly that without the space between the two words. 500 is just trying to be different. Numbers between 100 and 999 work as you would expect. 314, 581, 666, 875. 1000 is 1000. Multiples of 1000 are even easier. Just add the word 1000 to the number. 1000, 2000, 3000, 4000, 5000, 6000, 7000, 8000, 9000, 10,000. Here's that exception I mentioned before. You only add E after 1000 between 1001 and 1100. 1986 and not 1986. The same applies to multiples of 1000. 3007, 3512. And it continues like this. 11,000, 16,000, 20,000, 30.472, 100,000, 579.802, until you get to a million, 1,000,000. From then on, you're on your own. I'm sorry, but all these numbers are making my head hurt. And if you really need to count beyond 1 million in Portuguese, you should wait for my next channel, Simpleton Accountancy in Portuguese, which will be available never.